How good is Patrick Mahomes? Patrick Mahomes exploded in 2018, his first year as a starter, throwing 50 touchdowns to become the MVP favorite. Mahomes was a high school baseball and football star and nearly chose baseball, with an offer to turn pro. Mahomes instead chose football, became a college star, rose up NFL draft boards, and broke out in 2019 to become the most exciting player in football. But just how good is the Texas-born superstar? That's precisely what we will dissect today. Before we begin, kindly subscribe to our channel for more of our amazing content. Please give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our latest uploads. Let's get it on. The 25-year-old Kansas City Chiefs quarterback was something of an unknown coming into his first season as a starter, but quickly announced himself as one of the future stars of the NFL. Mahomes' journey mirrors Stephen Curry's in the NBA. He was the son of a major league pitcher and grew up with unbelievable arm talent. After an offer to play pro baseball, Mahomes chose football, rose to college stardom, climbed up draft boards, and got taken in the first round of the 2017 draft by the Chiefs. In his first season as a starter, Mahomes threw for over 5,000 yards with 50 touchdowns, leading the NFL. He was favored for MVP and produced more jaw-dropping highlights than any other player in the league. Those were incredible stats for a player who was only just getting started. Despite being the backup quarterback behind Alex Smith entering the 2017 season, Mahomes put on such a show in training camp that the whispers were coming out of Kansas City that summer felt downright irresponsible, even if, in retrospect, they were somehow understated. The Chiefs knew, they were certain they had something special before Mahomes ever took an NFL snap. He finally got a chance to play in a meaningless Week 17 game, and despite the Chiefs resting nearly their entire starting lineup in advance of the playoffs, Mahomes staked Kansas City to a 4-point lead over the archival Broncos. He was taken out, Denver evened the score, and Mahomes was reinserted in time to lead the Chiefs on a game-winning drive. Mahomes rose to the top of the depth chart after Smith was traded to Washington in January 2018. In his first game as a starter, he threw for 4 touchdowns. In his second game, he threw for 6 touchdowns and 326 yards on just 28 attempts. In his third game, he threw for 3 touchdowns and 314 yards. And in his fourth game, he led a fourth-quarter comeback at Mile High Stadium, rallying the Chiefs from 10 points down in an outing that included a left-handed throw that nearly burned down the internet. 5 games into his career, Mahomes had already emerged as the biggest phenom in American sports. He was named the 2018 NFL MVP in his first year as a starter. Mahomes became just the 3rd quarterback ever after Tom Brady and Peyton Manning to throw for 50 touchdowns in a season, just the 6th to throw for 5,000 yards. January 2019, Mahomes took the Chiefs to their first AFC Championship game in 25 years, where he led Kansas City to 31 second-half points, including a go-ahead touchdown with 2 minutes 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. When the Patriots scored a touchdown to retake the lead with 39 seconds remaining, Mahomes responded by piloting the Chiefs down the field for a tying field goal. Chiefs lost only because the Patriots won the coin toss in overtime. The game ended before Mahomes got another chance to touch the ball. Prior to going down with a dislocated kneecap in Week 7 of the 2019 season, Mahomes had thrown for more than 240 yards in each of his first 25 career games, including the playoffs. That's tied for the longest streak of games with 240-plus passing yards at any point in a QB's career in NFL history. He missed just 2 games with the injury and threw for 446 yards in the game that he returned. Chiefs went on to finish their second consecutive regular season with a 12-4 record. After another first-round playoff bye, the Chiefs fell behind the Texans 24-0 in the second quarter of their divisional roundup matchup. Mahomes passed for 4 second-quarter touchdowns to help the Chiefs become the first team in league history to lead a game at halftime after trailing by 24 points. They won by 20. The following week, the Chiefs fell behind the Titans by 10 points early in the AFC Championship game. Kansas City again led by halftime, with Mahomes scoring the go-ahead touchdown on a remarkable 27-yard run in which he juked half of Tennessee's defenders and broke tackles from the other half, Chiefs won by 11. In the Super Bowl, the franchise's first Super Bowl appearance in 50 years, Chiefs trailed the 49ers 20-10 with under 9 minutes to play. Then Mahomes ran jet chip wasp on a critical 3rd and 15, setting the stage for a furious comeback and another double-digit victory. He was named Super Bowl MVP, becoming the youngest quarterback ever to win that award. In all 5 playoff games that Mahomes has started, the Chiefs have scored at least 31 points. No other team in NFL history has ever scored 31 points in regulation of 5 straight playoff games. The Chiefs scored at least 23 points in each of Mahomes' first 23 games as an NFL starter. The official streak of 22 straight games with 23-plus points was the longest in NFL history. That streak ended in Week 5 of the 2019 season against the Colts when the Chiefs lost 19-13 with Mahomes hobbled by a sprained ankle. Kansas City started a new streak the subsequent week and scored 23-plus points in all 24 games that they played since. Chiefs scored 23-plus points in 46 of their last 47 games after. No other NFL team has ever scored 23-plus points in more than 20 straight. The Chiefs haven't lost by more than 8 points since Mahomes debuted and have gone over 55 straight games without such a loss. No other team in league history has a streak longer than 46 games. Mahomes has the highest regular season passer rating among quarterbacks with at least 150 pass attempts, 110.3, and postseason passer rating 106.6 in NFL history. Who else has laid claim to both accomplishments and had sober-minded experts seriously discussing them in the context of eventual GOAT status at such a young age? Not Peyton Manning, who for most of his 20s was considered an elite quarterback who couldn't win the big one. Manning's playoff record was 3-6 before he went on to run to win his first Super Bowl at the age of 30. Not Joe Montana. His first championship at age 25 preceded his status as the acknowledged best player in football by a few years. Not even Tom Brady, who may be the undisputed GOAT now, and who won a Super Bowl in his first season as a starter, although he was about 6 weeks older than Mahomes was when he won his first Super Bowl. But who was initially seen as a glorified game manager until he relentlessly improved to reach the apex of his sport. Even if we move to other American men's team sports, it's equally hard to find players with Mahomes' resume at the same age. LeBron James was the chosen one from when he entered the NBA, but didn't win his first title until he was 27, after leaving Cleveland for Miami. The 2 greatest baseball players of our lifetime are Barry Bonds, who never won a World Series, and Mike Trout, who's 29 has yet to win a playoff game. And even Jordan himself was unable to convert his personal greatness into postseason success from the start. In his first 3 seasons, the Bulls win a combined 1-9 in playoff games. And he was still getting manhandled by Detroit's bad boys when he was 25. Jordan wouldn't win his first championship until he was 28. There have been a couple of players in the last 4 decades who have won an MVP and a title in their early 20s. Principally Emmitt Smith in 1993 and Cal Ripken Jr. in 1983. But if we elevate our standard from MVP award winner to consensus best player in this sport, you have to go back at least half a century to find players who achieve the kind of personal and team success that Mahomes has by that same age. In the NBA, it's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar winning MVP honors and a title in 1971. In MLB, Mickey Mantle added an MVP trophy to his 4 championship rings in 1956, or Willie Mays winning a title in 1954. And in the NFL, well, there honestly isn't a comparable player to Mahomes. Someone who won a title while also being hailed as the best player in the sport before turning 25? Going back to when the NFL started handing out MVP awards in 1957. The closest competitions to Mahomes' level of individual and team success at such a young age come from the NHL, where Sidney Crosby won a Hart Trophy at 19 and a Stanley Cup at 21. Mario Lemieux won a Hart at 22 and a Stanley Cup at 25, and the great one, Wayne Gretzky, won 6 Hart Trophies and 2 Stanley Cups by his 25th birthday. Yet, hockey doesn't have the same cultural and historical prominence in the United States that football, basketball, and baseball possesses. Mahomes doesn't have to get better to be acknowledged as the greatest of all time eventually. He simply has to continue doing the things he already is doing. But that's the thing. He is getting better. Did you enjoy our video? What aspect of Mahomes' game do you admire the most? Well, if you enjoyed our video, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more of our amazing content. Please give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our latest uploads. We value your feedback. Feel free to share your thoughts with us in the comments section below.